Good morning, everyone, and welcome in Maldives airport. And we're flying today with the Etihad 279er, destination Abu Dhabi, so the home base of the Etihad Airways. Today's flight will be operated with the Boeing 787-10, longest one, 787 produced till now, and I hope we'll be able to turn the runways here, which are quite let's say it's not a runway which we like really. It's normally Etihad is flying here with the smallest aircraft, with the Boeing 787-9 or with the Airbus 320 or 319. Yeah, this is more or less. So today's flight will be online with VATSIM. For the time being, there is no ATC control online in here, but maybe en route somewhere, maybe in United Arab Emirates or Oman sector, we will have the control. We still have passengers in progress to board. Today we're carrying the 2,265 passengers, and in the meantime I will show you just the I hope I will be able to show you the flight plan page. Yeah, so in the meantime we can take some Etihad boarding music to listen, because it's quite nice. I hope no one will take decision to change that music in the future. It looks like it's well characteristic as in Emirates airline. Okay, let's go. Looks like the cargo boarding is finished.
Good evening, ma'am.
How are you?
I'm doing good. Good evening, ma'am.
How are you?
I'm doing good.
Morning.
Okay, as I see, we can you can see my flight plan, so it's okay. We will coming back live. All right, so let's review the flight plan. Okay, the music can be a little bit lower. So Today's flight takeoff weight is 199 tons, landing weight predicted is 179.6, zero fuel weight is 173.6, and the cost index is 1.8. Ground distance is 1695 nautical miles and air distance is 1719 nautical miles. Average wind component is a headwind of 6, and the we will be flying here today. We should depart right now here and take off at 35 and landing at 14:30 UTC in the United Arab Emirates capital, so it means in Abu Dhabi. Right, what important thing today is we have also the ETOPS portion of flight, so we have to figure out and check it out our preliminary flight displays and the FMCs to be ready for ETOPS flight. For the situational awareness is quite important, so in here we have some information about the ETOPS. So next, what are we doing next, or even the first? Let's open the page with the flight plan first here, and we go for fix. So the first information we have it's our ETOPS entry point. So ETOPS entry point is in here. It's a distance 438 miles of Victor Oscar Lima Mike. Victor Oscar Lima Mike. So we're putting here the Victor Oscar Lima Mike. I probably mixed something, yeah. It's of course Victor Oscar Mike Lima. Yeah, this is it. That's why that's not database. So Mike Lima. And now we need a distance from that, so its distance is 438. So we're putting here the 438. Of course we need to put the dash before 438. Alright. Okay, so the very first circle of the distance 438 is run here from the airport of Victor Oscar Mike Lima, which is our alternate ETOPS airport. Second distance is Victor Oscar Lima Mike 605. 605. 605. So we have a second circle here, 605.
Hello. Thank you.
Next point, info, it's our second alternate ETOPS airport, which is Muscat in Oman. And the first distance to put on Muscat airport in Oman, Oscar Mike Sierra, it's distance 626. 626. Second distance to put in the FMS is the Oscar Mike Sierra distance 437, which is end exit point. So 437. So what we have? This is our entry point into the ETOPS airspace. This is our critical point. It means equal critical point for the fuel reserve requirements. Just I show you everything, and for the very end we have the point which is exit
Good
point.
evening, ma'am.
How are you?
I'm doing good.
Okay, so this 3 points has been taken in. So let's look on the flight plan how it looks like now. As I mentioned before, this is for the situational awareness. So this is our airport for the alternate in case of in matter of the ETOPS entry, ETOPS exit, and the critical point in the middle of the fuel scenario. So the decision point for divert or to proceed or go to this airport or go to Muscat. Okay, airplane itself. So we're standing here at Victor Romeo Mike Male. So let's check the fuel and let's check the other things if we set. Okay, let's set the fuel tanks here. We set the payload. We use today the Quality Wings load agent. So this, as in Etihad, it's the same loading as the Etihad was today or yesterday. Of course, it's predicted one from the latest data. So 75% of, or even the 80% of payload is done. Okay, fuel loading. So next we should initialize the flight. Performance. Alright, we have some passengers more to come. I hope this is the last bus. So we put an announcement for the ADC here for the passengers.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, this is the captain speaking. The airport is currently in a ground stop due to the inclement weather that's moved into the area. We're going to park here and shut down the engines while we wait for an update, but I will go ahead and turn off the fasten seatbelt sign in case you feel the need to get up, stretch your legs, or use the restroom. Once we receive an update from ATC, we'll relay it back to you. Thank you for your patience.
Yeah, so thank you for your patience. So 25.9 is our fuel on board. Let's check this is correct with the flight plan again. So sorry to show the flight plan again. And alright, this is it. So 25.8, right, so we have a fuel for 3 hours 47 as a trip, and for the planned takeoff fuel is for 5 hours. So we have a 40 fuel for final reserve, alternate 28 minutes, 11 minutes for contingency, and it's quite good. So we are set and ready to go. So Etihad 279 and Victor Romeo Mike to Oscar Mike Alpha Alpha, and today's we're operating with the Boeing 787-10. Okay, so boarding is complete. If the boarding is completed, we can take our seatbelt signs to on and APU to start. If we're putting APU to start, we should put the systems and verify if it's starting or not. Okay, so APU is starting right now. RPM is rising, EGT is rising. We should slowly go and close our doors. So cargo after doors, we're closing. So all doors will be closed, so we can take now the announcement for the passengers. And we are ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, this is the captain speaking. We'd like to extend our welcome aboard today's flight with us. We're just finishing up some last-minute paperwork and then we'll be on our way for an on-time departure. If there's anything at all that we can do to make your flight more enjoyable, please don't hesitate to ask. We'll provide you with another update once we reach our cruise altitude. But in the meantime, please sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Welcome aboard.
Alright. I have to go for the ATC route to copy my route to the for the my acres in Etihad Virtual. So today's flight level is 380 and it's LLM Lima 894 Kital Papa 70 Amur November 63 Etabo for Juliet to land in the Abu Dhabi. Alright, so we check the weather requests. So first weather, it's Victor Romeo Mike. Second was Oscar Mike Alpha Alpha Abu Dhabi. So VATSIM, and we sent both weather. So weather is 300 at 11 and 9,000 feet. It's the 9,000 meters. It's a visibility. Few clouds at 1,800 and overcast 240. Temperature 31. QNH 1017. No significant changes. And in Abu Dhabi, it's almost perfect weather. 340 at 41. And we have 29 degrees. No significant changes to the weather. Okay, ALS requests. No controllers, so no 80s. So we check that. Okay, so let's check the doors. Doors closed and locked. So the best way to do it is the checklist. Let's take the oxygen. Oxygen test.
Roger.
Okay. So we copy data from the FMC. So runway is dry. Runway 36. Optimum. And we can calculate that. So for our current takeoff weight 252696 kilograms, we have following data. So we have a Toga takeoff, flaps 10 and 141, 148, 140, 154, and in case of anything VREF on back to the airfield is 143. So we'll copy data to the FMC. It's one more time, flaps 10, calculate again, then set an output to the FMC. So next we're coming back to the CDU. Can accept 148, 148, 145. So V2 is 154. 154. Okay. Cruising level is flight level 380. Execute, and the transition altitude we should check the maps. I hope it's done like this. So reverse, reserves. Cost index was 18. And the maps for departure. It's not that flight, so we should to check the new flight. New flight from the file, and it will be Victor Oscar Romeo Alpha. Okay, this one. So runway 36, departure procedure is Leda 2 Alpha. So the LLM 2 Alpha departure, it will be LLM 2 Alpha intercept Male radial 2324 inbound at distance 1.4 of Male VOR, and then turn right along distance 12 arc Male. When passing Male radial 913, turn right to Raxon. So it looks quite easy. So here other Raxon on the arc, and then to LLM 7,000 feet. So altimeter transition level is 130, and then initial climb clearance, it's not more than 3,500, 5,500, and next 7,000. So it's checked. Airport is relatively small, but let's open the airport brief page. Our locations are here, and we taxi via Bravo 7, Bravo 8 to runway Bravo 9 to runway 36. Alright. So 13,000. Okay, step, no step, okay. Alright. The final reserve. So the final reserve for our flight today. Let's go for the performance quite fast. I'm doing it's quite exactly what I have. Final reserve 2860 plus alternate to 2, it will be 4, it will be 5. So let's put 5 here. Right. And the departure runway, of course, it's the runway 36. Yeah, and this is the 2 Alpha departure route. Position report, no. Okay. Oh, so the FMC pre-flight is completed. Right, let's go for the checklist. Pre-flight checklist, please.
Oxygen.
Tested 100%.
Tested 100%. Flight instruments.
Heading 360, altimeter 1006. 310, I think. Yeah. Setting check.
Heading 310. Altimeter 1006. Pre-flight checklist complete.
Complete. 310, okay. Let's check the let's check the data for before start checklist. So before start checklist, please. Before start procedure.
Check.
None.
Okay, play the brief.
Are you ready for the brief?
Go ahead.
Have you had a chance to check through the data in the CDU?
Yes, I checked it over.
Fantastic. Alright, there are no threats today. We are VFR after takeoff, so we can return visually if need be. There are no NOTAMs that affect the departure, and the aircraft has no defects. We use standard company calls and procedures, with a full power takeoff planned. Pushback and taxi as per ATC. Okay, and for the takeoff. It is a left seat takeoff. If you see anything non-normal, bring it to my attention. It's my decision to stop or go. I will consider most warnings and cautions below 80 knots as a reason to stop the takeoff. After 80 knots, I will only stop for engine fire, failure, wind shear, or anything that will prevent the aircraft from flying. Everything else we will take into the air. When I call stop, I will close the thrust levers, disconnect the auto throttles, apply maximum reverse thrust, letting the RTO function bring the aircraft to a stop. I will also ensure the auto speed brakes have deployed. When the aircraft is stopped, I will set the parking brake, alert the cabin, and ask you to identify the malfunction. If it becomes apparent that we require an evacuation, I will ask you to take out the QRH and we will perform our duties as per the checklist in a clear and concise manner. If the malfunction occurs and I decide to continue, I will call go. You will call rotate and positive rate, upon which I will decide if it is appropriate to call for the gear up. Above 200 RA, the autopilot will be engaged and we will fly straight ahead. When above 400 feet, I will ask you to identify the malfunction and we will decide whether there are associated memory items needed. The climb will continue to 1,000 feet AGL, where we will perform an acceleration, retract the flaps, and climb to or above the MSA. After the aircraft is clean, I will ask you to select continuous power, CDU VNAV engine out, any non-normal checklist, the after takeoff checklist, and then a review. Jettison is available and also the overweight landing procedure. Any questions?
No questions.
Okay, that completes the brief.
I'm ready for the checklist.
Yeah, in addition to what you say, I just would like to add that we have the Mali departure level 2, so relatively we go here, and next we go fly here over the LLM2 of 7,000 feet, because it was my mistake. It is LLM2 intercept, radial 3 for inbound, distance 1 for Mali, and we are turning right along the distance when passing to turn right to Raxon. Okay. Okay. Nose to the left and turn to the right.
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted. Release parking brakes.
Releasing parking brakes.
Commencing push.
Before start checklist,
All
please.
engines clear. Start at will.
Any questions?
Passenger signs on MCP. No questions.
V2 145 heading 360, altitude 7,000 feet.
Takeoff speeds.
V1 141, VR 148, V2 154. Set and check.
CDU pre-flight.
Completed.
Taxi and takeoff briefing.
Completed.
Before start checklist complete.
Any questions?
No questions.
Engine start
Set
procedure.
parking brakes. Waiting for confirmation for good engine start.
Flaps 10. Starting engine 1.
Check.
Starting engine 2.
Check.
Locking gear. Road track disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Check. Check. Anti-ice, auto, recall, checked, flight controls. Ground equipment. Before taxi checklist complete.
Mother traffic lining Etihad 279 lining up runway 36 for departure. Okay. Before takeoff checklist. Before takeoff checklist.
Before takeoff checklist complete.
Runway entry procedure.
Check.
Mallet traffic, Etihad 279, a heavy departing runway 36. Okay. Navigation display. Map. Ready? Take off.
Check. Stabilized.
Check.
Thrust set.
Check.
80 knots.
Check.
Rotate. Positive rate.
Gear up.
Gear up.
So a little bit of manual flying here.
Climb thrust.
Check. It's always good to not press the autopilot when you're just departing. It doesn't make any sense. You have a lot of auto flights here, so let's allow the aircraft to climb a little bit. Okay, autopilot on. And autopilot in command. Flaps 5.
Flap 5.
Flaps 1.
Flap 1.
Flap 0.
Flap up. Thousand to go.
Check.
After takeoff, checklist complete.
Okay, let's come back to the cockpit, and we are inbound. Let them shortly. Let's climb a little bit. Altimeter check. So approaching to the flight level 130 standard set and standard set cross check. Okay, let's continue climb, flight level 380. Okay, let's order some drinks.
Hi, Annie at L1. How can I help you?
One coffee, please.
Okay, I'll bring the drinks up in a minute.
You.
Check.
You have to open the doors for the flight attendants. Unlocked. There's a message on the display: flight deck doors opened.
Hi guys, here are the drinks.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thousand to go.
So we have a 1,000 to go. And they should land in Abu Dhabi in 1420 UTC. It means in 3 hours and 3 minutes for now, and which will be with the fuel 8.2. So this will be, I think, all for now, and we'll be coming back with our transmission